We're not just trying to find the people who are lost, but the lost voices, the lost stories, and the lost hope of their loved ones as well.
The two boys that were in the vehicle and their parents that helped cover up the vehicle are all guilty.
We want the families to know that people still give a damn.
I saw my father put his hands around her neck, and then he carried her out of my sight.
Our name is also our mission. We are locating the lost.
I've accepted my brother's death. I can still talk to him. We just don't see him physically. And I know I'm a believer that I'm going to see him again one day.
Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and most podcast platforms.
And we are live. Thank you to everyone watching us live and to everyone watching us back as a recording.
Yes, and first I'd like to say Merry Christmas to everyone and Happy Holidays and hope the best for 2025, since it is the day after Christmas. So tonight we're joined by Paige. Her dad, Gregory Brown, is missing from Arkansas. May 5th, 2024 is last time he was seen. Welcome to Locating Lost, Paige.
Yeah, thank you.
I ain't got my phone yet on there. Watch live. She's got it.
Oh, can you hear us, Paige?
Yeah,
Okay.
So welcome, Paige. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I should say, just so we're transparent with everyone, Paige, you are a minor, but you do have adults there with you. But I thought it was important to hear from the daughter of a missing person, and so recently too. Like, I know you're very brave to do this, and I appreciate it. So if you don't mind, Paige, can you tell us a little bit about your dad?
Okay, so my dad, he's always been a dad that's been really funny. He would love to spend time with his kids no matter what would happen between him and his kids. If we was arguing, he would still come around. He really loved his kids more than anything and anyone. But when he vanished, that's when it really hurt his kids. And with it being my birthday coming up soon, he would always wish me a happy birthday early, even if it wasn't that close. But he was really such a good dad. And he was our supporter and our hero, as his kids really are curious about what really happened. But when he was gone, he went into a nut house and he met this girl named Kelly, and that girl turned around and texted me the other day saying my dad was dead. And that's when I flipped the switch and lost everything at that point. But I really didn't believe it because it ain't the first time. But then I started thinking on it. If she said that, could it be true, or is it just a made up thing she's saying? But in my opinion, he's still out there somewhere, and we will find him. But it's better to have hope than negativity.
Yeah, for sure. So, who was the last person to see him?
The last person to see him was someone in a halfway house where he was, but I don't know who it was.
Did he?
And was that the May 5th date that
Yes.
he was seen last?
Yes.
Did the person that saw him last, did he mention that, like, what kind of mood he was in? Did he seem distraught?
The last time that I talked to that person, they said he was in a good mood, and that when he left to go somewhere, he was in a really good mood, said he'll be back in about an hour or two, and he never come back.
Did he say where he was going?
Huh?
Did he say where he was going?
They said that they didn't tell me where he was going, but they said that he told them where he was going.
And has your dad done something like this before? Has he just taken off and...
He has been missing before, but it was only for, I want to say, about 1 or 2 months, but that was it, and he come back around.
And what was his reasoning for before? Was he just trying to like get away, or like get some personal time, or what was his reasoning for sort of disappearing before?
The reason before was he went into a nut house, and we didn't know that, and we figured that out 2 months after when he got out, and he was telling us about that.
Okay.
So he went into a psychiatric center for help.
Yes.
Did he have some sort of, are you, I don't know, willing to talk about his mental health? Did he have issues there?
In his mental health, he has stress, bipolar, depression, anxiety, and he has voices in his head. And he'll just randomly tell someone they're from the 1990s and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Has anyone seen him that you've heard of?
No.
No sort of sightings at all about him.
Mm-mm.
And when did you file the missing person report?
I want to say about 1 or 2 months ago.
So he'd been gone for, well, like 7 months, right? So he was gone for 5 months, and then you guys had filed a missing person report?
Yeah, when we filed that missing persons report, the last time after, I want to say like a month or two after we filed that one last missing persons report before this one, he come back around, and then he went vanished again, and we put out another one, and so far he hasn't come back around. I don't really know.
So why did it take so long to file the missing person report? Is it just because you didn't know that he was actually missing, or?
Because what took so long for me to file it was I was going to wait for a little bit, like a good another month, to see if he contacts me, which he didn't. So I waited a good another month, and he didn't. So I just went ahead and put it out.
Okay.
Is your dad married?
No.
Is there anyone that would be looking for him? Like, are you the closest relative of his, or is there any friends that should have asked where he was more sooner than 5 months?
Well, me and my aunt or his aunt is the main two people that's really looking for him right now. But so far, both of us haven't found really anything.
Have you been in touch with like the homeless shelters in the area and asked them and distribute a flyer or anything for them?
No, we haven't got to making the flowers yet.
So if you need help with that, we can certainly help you with making flyers up for you, and send them over to you so you can get those printed off and try to send them out if you want us to.
That would be really helpful.
So where do you think your dad is?
Honestly, I'm thinking he's probably with Kelly, but then again, I don't really know, because if he was around her, he wouldn't be letting her text his oldest kid saying that he's dead.
And
did
now,
she give you?
Did you happen to did you contact the police about that, saying like, hey, she's claiming that he's dead? Like, did they look into that, or did you contact them?
We told them how she was breaking up, that he's dead, and they even said it sounds like she knows something that we don't, but they didn't look into it.
Did she say how he died?
No.
Was that essentially just it? Was that the statement, like just he's dead, or was there anything more that would she elaborate at all?
Well, when I texted her the other night and I was like, hey, have you heard from my dad? She was like, oh, he's dead, baby girl. And I was like, oh, okay. But she didn't claim how he died or anything.
So, Kelly, if you're watching, we'd love to have you call in and let us know what you do know. Do you have that number there, Jeff? Where is it?
Yeah, 1 second.
There it is.
Oh, it's way down there.
So if you want to call in or text, you can call in live, 207-619-2661.
And we'll leave that up there for a little bit. I do have a comment I'd like to get up here.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll put it right back up afterwards, though. But Jess from Justice for Rob Morrison's viewers saying Kelly should definitely be investigated. What a horrible thing to say to a missing man's child. No, absolutely. Like that's like throat punch territory. Like saying something like that is absolutely disgusting.
Did you happen to reach out to Kelly to let her know that you're going to come on here and talk to us about this case?
No, because when she texted me that last and I thought about it, that she could be lying about it because it ain't the first time, I just was like, okay, I'll give it time, see if she reaches out about it again, and if she does, that's when I'll bring it on. And then the other day she texted about it again, and I was like, okay, well, honestly, at this point, things need to be done about it. So I just put her on ignore and deleted the message, but I screenshotted the message beforehand.
Are you able to send it into the chat, into our
I can check.
page? I could share that if you want us to share it on here.
Yes, give me a second.
Because she told some 17-year-old dude.
So yeah, so we're talking to Paige. She's the daughter of Greg Brown, who went missing in Little Rock, Arkansas, May 5th, 2024.
Yeah, left last seen leaving a halfway house. Spoke to someone, said that he was heading out somewhere, to be back in an hour, and to our knowledge, hasn't been seen by anyone since. The missing persons report went out, what was it, 5 months after he had gone missing. He does have a bit of a history with sort of disappearing for a little bit. How many children does your father have in total?
He has 2.
Okay.
And when is the last time you saw him, Paige?
Last time I saw him was, I want to say, a good year or so.
So what has this Christmas been like without knowing where your dad is?
Oh, it's been really hard, to the point I cried for the past week every night, wondering where my dad is and if he's okay.
Now this picture on the left, that's you with your dad and your brother?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was obviously at Christmas time, so I'm sure it's hard for you to see that right now.
It's really hard for me to go back and look at pictures of me and him from when we were younger. And
what are some of your favorite memories with your dad?
from when I was probably about the age my brother was, how he would take me to the park almost every day, spend time with me, and letting me spend money off of his credit card on stuff I needed. And just him being around mostly and talking to me when I needed him there was the best memories.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's loving life there, especially that picture on the right.
This is the right police department, right? The Truman.
Yes.
Yeah. So, this is the police department. If anyone has any information at all about this, about Gregory Brown, it's the Truman Police Department. It's 870-483-6423.
Whose number was that? Mom.
Contact them immediately, please. So Jess is asking, has anyone checked the local jails?
Or hospitals.
This is phone case.
Now, he is a missing person, so I would assume that if his name popped up in any of them, that, that would probably or should be reported.
So, you're not sure who the last person was that saw him?
I'm not really too for sure.
So, was he from the Truman area?
He's originally from Tyronza. It's where we're all from. And then when we moved, we practically made this like a hometown for us. And he would practically say that he's from this area.
So Scott Jones says, was he from the Truman area? I believe I saw Truman pop up somewhere. That's a good 2-hour difference. So the place he was staying was in Little Rock?
Yes.
So have you contacted the Little Rock Police Department?
I have, and they said that they do not have him and that name doesn't really sound familiar.
But you filed the missing person report in Truman, right?
Yes.
And that's because that's his residency.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Scott, for that question. Oh, good. Yes, so you just answered my question. So good.
Now, at the time that you contacted them, did you have the missing person report already filled out?
Yeah.
Like, does the Little Rock Police Department knows that he should be considered a missing person?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a way for you to ask them to share it like on their social media pages? Your dad's missing, because honestly, I searched everywhere today trying to find anything from NamUs or from any police department saying he's a missing person. I can't find anything about your dad.
When I told them that he was a missing person, they said they'll be on lookout for him, and if they find anything, they'll contact me. And they asked me for the number that I'm using, so I gave them the number, and so far I haven't heard anything from them.
So I wonder if they issued a BOL on him, be on the lookout for him, and not
rather than an actual
register
missing person.
him as a missing person. It's typically like NamUs is on top of it within a day of someone being put in the system.
That's what I'm wondering is if for whatever reason they didn't actually file him as a missing person.
Trevor Cox asked, did he have a favorite hangout? Is there someplace that he liked to go in that area?
When he was around in that area, he would always love to hang out in like the parks and around people's houses that he knew and stuff.
So you like to get out and about and go visit, sort of person?
Yeah.
Have you tried to reach out to all of his friends to see if they've seen him?
Yeah, I have, and so far none of them seen him.
And is that, I assume that's fairly uncommon for him to not really reach out to anybody?
Yeah.
I mean, the first time that he went missing, was he still at least somewhat in contact with people, even though you guys didn't know where he was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, does somebody have a question? I can hear some background noise there, Paige.
No, my grandma was telling me that I should bring up how when he was in the prison, he wrote me letters, and his last letter that he wrote me was that he was going to a halfway house, and he'll write me when he gets there and when he gets out. And I waited and waited, but never got a letter from him when he left the prison.
So how long was he in this halfway house after he left prison?
He was in there for a good while.
And we had another question here. Jess is wondering how old is your dad?
Wanting to say he's around in his 30s, maybe 40s, but I'm not too for sure.
So I know you talked about your grandma being there. Is that your mom's mother?
Yes.
Okay, so she might not know how old exactly he is. Does anyone else there know approximate age?
My mom might.
What year was he born?
What year was he born? 85? 85? Alright, hold up. No, it's
Hey,
He's 39.
if he was born in 30, it's 85.
He's 39 then.
I said he was like 39, 40.
he was born in
Yeah,
19.
okay. All right.
He'll be 39 this year. His birthday hasn't already passed.
So he's still a young guy. 39. Jeff, how old are you? Are you 40 yet?
38.
I'm trying to age you, Jeff. I remember 38.
And now the lady that sent you the message saying that he was dead, was she a good friend of his? Or was she just sort of someone that
She was like his girlfriend, but she didn't like when he talked to his kids.
Why?
She was just one of them girls that was like, if he talked to his kids, she would get really jealous and mad about it. So she would do everything in her power to make it where he can't contact his kids and stuff.
that's disgusting.
That's crazy. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
so
like Travis was saying, there wasn't much to find about this at all. Like when Travis searched this up earlier, trying to find information about your dad, one of the only things that popped up was like this podcast. So it makes me wonder what I would strongly recommend is reaching back out to the police departments and like making sure that there's an actual missing persons report for him, because it almost seems like there may not be.
So you had sent me this earlier. Okay, it's now been 7 months since I last talked to my dad or seen my dad. Someone please, if you all have heard, listen, Gregory Brown, let me know. He has 2 kids. We are worried sick. It kills me every day knowing it's almost Christmas and he won't be here. It's almost my birthday. When's your birthday, Paige?
January 25th.
Oh, well, early happy birthday.
Thank you.
It won't be here, so please help find my dad. Like, you're wanting help, right? And
Yes.
hopefully we can try to help you and try to gain some kind of. I actually thought I was clicking on I thought you had sent me screenshots, so I thought that's what I was clicking on the message. So I apologize. I kind of effed that up, but that's all right.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I would strongly recommend reaching back out to the police departments and absolutely making sure that he is filed as a missing persons, because like Travis was saying, Natus is usually really good about getting missing persons in there, and the fact that he's not on there, is kind of a problem.
Scott Jones says,
oh, sorry. No, he said there's no reason to broadcast it. I read it already. So Tanya Rose is saying, many times a halfway house will find a resident suitable housing. I would call every halfway house in the area to find out if this may be the case. And hopefully that's what it is. It's just a bit of a miscommunication. It does obviously seem really weird that he hasn't been contacting you guys. But maybe there's some things going on, and he's trying to stay hidden. But yeah, definitely reaching out to like homeless shelters, double checking with the police department, making sure that these 100% is on the missing persons list, or hospitals. Yeah, it's just kind of upsetting that there's not more information out there about him.
and this comment isn't to be mean or anything. Bobby says very little information doesn't get results. You have to be very specific, and it makes a difference. Yeah, definitely like start getting specifics down. We can help you reach out to different places if you want help. It's almost like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So if you're
right, you
constantly
kind of have to be
contacting them,
obnoxious.
which is sad because they're paid by our tax dollars, right? It's sad that you have to do that, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. Like the families that make the biggest noise, ask the most questions, they're the ones that, oh, well, they have time and energy to help you solve your case.
And do you guys have like a Facebook page set up for him yet for like missing, like a missing page?
Greg Brown.
Yeah. My brain stopped working for a second.
No, we don't.
Okay, well, if you guys do, and I do strongly recommend doing something like that. If you guys do that, reach out to us, let us know. We'll share it so that more people will, get onto that and share that out as well. Because social media does really help with this. And I don't know if you do any other sort of social media like TikTok or anything like that, but sharing it out on there, that can be really beneficial as well. You just try and reach out to as many people as possible. And we'll obviously try and get this shared out so more people see it.
And share it to like community pages in the local
Right.
area. That's a big deal. Share this podcast, share any posts, everything. Like I said, I'm more than happy to help you build posters if you want. Just let me know what information you want on there. Sorry, I had somehow missed a couple comments, but I guess we're caught up. Oh, let's see.
Oh,
Teresa says, my son is a Princett County officer and it will definitely get put out there. But Kelly honestly needs to be brought in question lie detector test.
yeah. What is that? Poinsett? Is that the county that you guys are in right now? Or is
Yeah.
that Little Rock? Okay. Awesome. Good. Thank you very much. Was that Teresa Cruzy? Awesome. See, and that's the start of it right there, is sharing this out there and people seeing this and
Making the right connections.
right. Absolutely. So thank you again, Teresa. Yeah, like Travis is saying, if you need help with any of this stuff, just let us know. Try to get some more stuff shared out. Contact the police. Make sure there's actually a police report done up for him or a missing person. Social media as much as you can.
I feel like there's not an actual missing person file for
That's
him.
what I'm wondering too, is if they didn't actually file a missing persons report for him.
There's the ball.
That's the vibe I'm getting, unfortunately, Paige. Reach back out, push the issue, make sure that there is a missing person file for him.
And
is there anything else?
if there is a missing person, they should be able to reach out to some of these locations and help you as well. I mean, that's their job. So
Great. So once again, we're looking for Gregory Brown from Little Rock, Arkansas, missing May 5th, 2024. He lived in Truman, Arkansas. Did go missing in Little Rock.
And the police department for Truman, their phone number is 870-483-6423.
Glad you memorized that. I clicked on that comment again. Mistake. Teresa says, I'll make sure this one is put out. Thank you, Teresa. So,
but yeah, I'm not sure if do you have anything else that you want to say before we head out, Paige?
Mm-mm.
no, you're
Okay.
good. Well, hey, I mean, like I said, you're a young lady, so I think you did a great job doing this with us tonight, and I'm sure your dad would be very proud of you.
Yeah, and hopefully we can help try and get you some answers. Anything that you need, just absolutely let us know. We'll do whatever we can to try and help you guys. It's a bit of a shorter stream tonight, but everyone watching, thank you guys very much, and another huge thank you to Teresa. We're very, very lucky you happen to be watching here tonight. So,
Yeah.
we'll end it with that. We'll say thank you guys. One more comment here from Jess saying, "Good luck, Paige. I hope your dad is found safe and soon." Absolutely. But for me, thank you guys very much.
Yeah, thank you, Paige.
Yes, and thank you, Paige. All right, you guys all have a great night.
Taylor Williams led investigators to Alabama this week. So we have some breaking news from Florida. An arrest has been made in connection.
After years of agony, a glimmer of hope for the family.
Investigators spent hours searching through this house off Pennsylvania Avenue.
What could be a major development in the search for missing Alabama teenager.
Tonight, a stunning twist in the search for Taylor.
Somebody out there knows something.
They want to lay him to rest their way, not by somebody else's way.